Hello and welcome to Hendersonville, Tennessee, my hometown. I'm pretty proud of my hometown. I'm pretty proud to be here. We are on Gallatin Road, right in the 31E at the southeast entrance of Hendersonville at the Welcome to Hendersonville sign. I work in music biz, so I've been home for a couple of months while we're under the pandemic, COVID-19, coronavirus. So in my time being at home, I got a little bored from time to time. So my friend Ted Welsh, who I went to high school with, he was talking about this film that he made that is available on Amazon Prime. So I finally watched it and I really enjoyed it. Ted filmed I think 90% of the movie right here in Hendersonville, and I thought that was really cool of him to bring the production here. It was really neat. We're known for a lot of music around here. Johnny Cash made this his home. Taylor Swift is from here. As a young man, I worked at the local Kroger grocery store, and I'd carry out people like Johnny Cash and the Oak Ridge Boys and Lori Morgan, carry out their groceries and stuff, you know. And so that was always really interesting about growing up here. So this is our little town by the lake, and I'm pretty proud of it. So I'm going to take you around to a few locations from this film called Adult Interference that I really enjoyed, by the way. Excellent film. It was done really well. I do want to say it is it's not rated, or on this thing here it doesn't say it's rated, but I was ranting and raving on my social media about it, and a friend of mine watched it with his little girl, and they had to cut it off. It was a little inappropriate. So there is some adult language, some adult situations take place, and so it's definitely not for the youngsters, you know, but I did enjoy it, and I hope you do as well. So I'm going to take you around to a few of the scenes from the movie right here in Hendersonville, and I hope you enjoy it. So thanks for coming along the ride. Let's go. All right, this is City Square Shopping Center here in Hendersonville. This is also only seen for just a second as they drive by towards the beginning of the film. But an interesting thing here, the Hendersonville Performing Arts Academy that you see right there, back in the 80s, that was our movie theater here in town. And I remember as a child, I saw E.T. there, and I remember seeing Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 there. I remember seeing Ghostbusters 2 there. I remember seeing the Nicholson Keaton Batman here. And I believe the final film I saw here was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which came out in the spring of 1990. I think that was my last movie there before the new theater opened up back that way in town. But right here, Hendersonville, City Square. All right, our next location brings us to Captain Video and Tanning, as you see it right behind me there. Sadly, this place has just closed down maybe a month or two ago. It's closed, and they're clearing it out, putting looks like they're divided up and putting some kind of offices or something in that video, but the letters are still there for now. Captain Video and Tanning. It plays an important part in the movie, even though you only see it for a second as they drive by it near the beginning of the film. Later on in the film, they come up here to rent a VHS copy of Rudy so he can teach Elliot how to play football. One of the big lesson plans was for him to watch that movie Rudy, so they end up coming up here to get it. It was a video rental store that also incorporated tanning beds, so it was all under one roof, Captain Video and Tanning. And it was here for many years, and before it came here, it used to be a place called Ace Video in the late 80s to late 90s, and then Captain was actually down the street a little ways. They ended up moving into this building somewhere there late 90s, I believe. And sad to see them gone now. And in this little strip mall, this is Jersey Mike's, my personal favorite sandwich shop in town. They've been closed for many months for a renovation, but they're coming back. So it looks like they'll be back up and going soon. But that used to be Little Caesars Pizza, the late 80s on up into the 90s there sometime. That was where our Little Caesar Pizza was. But this building where Captain Video is, back when I was a small child, and I'm talking early 80s when I was like kindergarten age, it was a food town grocery store. The whole thing was. And I have vague memories of coming here and shopping for groceries, but we did. This right here is a piece of Walton Mall. I just wanted to show, it's only in the movie for a second, but there's Walton Mall and the cigarette store that my mom stops at 2 or 3 times a week. Our next spot here is Drakes Creek Memorial Park area. The little pedestrian bridge there that crosses over. It's only seen on screen for maybe a second, so I don't think there's no reason to spend too much time at this spot. But it is a great little view, cool little thing. Some odd years back, we had the pedestrian bridge there built where you can walk over to the island. I can't remember exactly when we did that, maybe late 90s or early 2000s there. I'm not exactly sure of the year, but Taylor Swift put a bunch of money into the playground over there. So the playground's got some of her logos on the flags and stuff. But yeah, Memorial Park, Drakes Creek Park right across the way there. See some kayakers out there. It's Memorial Day weekend 2020. So it's blazing hot out here already. So I'm gonna sign off from this location right quick. See you at the next one. Okay, real quick correction. I was wrong. The Friendship Bridge opened 2003. Not in the late 90s like I suggested. Taylor put some big money into the Kids Kingdom. Right here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Okay, we're here at Surfin' Plumbers on Rockland Road. This is not necessarily a location that the movie was filmed at, but this van, I matched up the license plate number along with the unit number, and this is the van that Ronald Buntmuch drives in the movie. I found it right here, Surfin' Plumbers. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so for our next location, we're going to the Indian Lake Peninsula of Hendersonville to go see Bo's sister's house. So I was tipped off to this location by someone that was involved with the film, and I was told it was Indian Lake Peninsula. So I got on Google Maps and found some spots that could be it, you know, on the point there on the waterfront. So I think I found it. It's a real home. People obviously live there, so we do not trespass when we do our videos, so we will not set foot on the property. We will try to be as less creepy as possible by I'll film from the street with my GoPro, and that's it. We don't trespass, and we're not gonna do it today, but we're gonna check it out because it is a beautiful home right on the lakefront, Indian Lake Peninsula. And like I said, that location is where most of the film, I would say probably 70-80% of the film takes place in that yard and on that property and within the house across the street where Preemie and Preemie's mom live. So yeah, let's go check it out. Okay, for our next location here, I come pedaling down to Bo's sister's house, which is where most of the film takes place, right here. But the thing that really cracks me up about all this is the princess house is real. Look at that, right there. It's a princess house. It's real. That's great. The front yard that Bo wrecks with all of his stuff, and that's where Christine Wood's characters lived, in that house there. And a lot of the movie takes place right here in this very yard. So this is neat. This is fun. Okay, so now for our next location, let's pedal our happy butts over to Drakes Creek Park, where Preemie's football tryouts are. Let's hit it. Alright, and for our next location, I came riding on my bike just like Bo does in the movie, and this right here is the backside of the Black Eyed Pea, which is empty now, but when I was a little kid, that was our Shoney's here in town. And that was our Pizza Inn, the little building on the corner. And around here, this was our Kroger. I worked here in the mid-90s when I was in high school, and I used to carry out Johnny Cash's groceries. Lori Morgan used to shop in there. Billy Walker would shop in there. Many country music stars would shop here. Trisha Yearwood carried out her groceries one night. And right here was our batting cages and miniature golf course. Now this was a fun Friday night in Hendersonville, Tennessee in the mid-90s. Would be after getting off work at Kroger and getting my paycheck, and I'd come back here and get an ice cold nitro cola and hit some balls around the cages. Then you cut through the woods right over there, and that's where our movie theater was. So we'd go over there and watch a movie like The Crow that came out in 1994. I remember seeing that one just about like every Friday night. We'd just go over there to see that movie. But in the adult interference, the police car was right here waiting on Bo, in which he started his pursuit of Bo across this bridge. And then Bo goes down to the football field. So let's go over there and check that out. So now this brings us to our next location. Actually, the final location where the film takes place is the football field, where the tryouts were, where Preemie took on his friends. And there's the bleachers where the guests all stood. And then right over here, one of the climax moments of the movie, when Bo punches, it's a princess house, bang! That all took place kind of right over in here. Hey, I just want to say thanks for coming along with me on my adult interference video trip. It's been a lot of fun to take you guys around and show you my hometown, and and do and point out some things, and it's been fun. It's been really cool. I definitely take pride in my hometown, and I hope you take pride in yours. You should. But anyways, once again, Adult Interference is on Amazon Prime Video. It's available in a couple other outlets that my friends have also told me about. Or if you're an old school guy like me, I found a physical copy on Amazon on Blu-ray. So I'm old school. I like to have the physical copy. So yeah, keep an eye out for it, and definitely give it a spin. Check it out. All right, thank you very much. From Hendersonville, Tennessee, over and out. See ya.